Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Monday. It is that time again where you get to tune in on your favorite channel, Life with Siphe. Welcome. Thank you for taking your time to listen. And I'm just sharing love and light, and I hope this will better your life in one way or another. So to anyone who is a fan of my page, you will know that when I end my videos, usually I go do that thing that makes you man. So that is exactly what my episode is about this time. It's about you. Who are you? And by that, I don't mean whose mother are you, whose father are you, whose daughter, son are you, who are you, whose girlfriend, boyfriend are you, whose husband or wife are you, what qualification you have, where do you go to school. Like, I don't mean the things around us that we take part in order to belong somewhere, if that makes sense. Who are you? Who are you before all of that? Who are you at your core, at yourself? What makes you you? Okay, so I am going to take this and I am going to answer it according to myself, and because I'm always a case study, right? So for me personally, I believe in purpose. Now, there are a lot of definitions of purpose in life, right? And one of my favorite definitions of purpose is there is a scripture in the Bible where God says, for I know the plans I have for you. And that is from the belief that when God puts you into your mother's womb, He stashes something in your palms. Some people may call it a gift, some people may call it a talent. And this is what you were created for. This is why you were put on this earth, to bless yourself, including all the people around you, with what God has installed in you, right? And the way for you to be in line with that is that you need to listen what your inner self is telling you, what your voice is telling you, what your core is telling you. And my belief is that this gets lost along the lines because we are not at peace. The reason we're not at peace is because there is so much turmoil just outside of us, in our careers, in our lives, family situations, dynamics, traumas from childhood. We are literally just a broken people. And I feel like we are as a nation, not as a nation, as a species, human beings, way past the point of playing the blame game. That I'm like this because of I had a rough childhood. I'm like this because I was never taught to love it. I feel what's important now is for us to identify the things that we have problems with and work towards not fixing them, but understanding them, accepting them, and growing from them, okay? Because they say no rain, no flower, right? Now, stemming back to purpose, I embarked on a journey where I just took a decision where I refuse to be part of the system. And I simply just put a question onto myself and onto my life that Siphe, what is your purpose in life? Why were you created? Why were you put here? And that meant me having to step outside of myself and just look around look around me. After I had seen that, then I asked myself, so what is it that I possess? Why was I even placed in the family I was? What do I mean to my family? What do I possess? What is it that I bring to the table when I enter into relationships with people, whether it is romantically, whether it's friendship, whether it's family? And this is where I found my gift. I found my talent. For me, what I'm doing right now, the videos I post, that gives me joy, that gives me fulfillment, that gives me satisfaction, because even if only one person listens to my video, I honestly think walking away from it, it poses them to ask questions, to better themselves, to put them out of situations that they don't need to be in. And I myself am going through this journey where the minute I asked myself what my purpose in life is, everything in my life changed. And this is where I really truly believe that law of attraction is actually a thing. It is true in all sense, because you become what you think. Even the stuff that you thought about just for 1 second and you panicked over, somehow it manifests itself because you thought of it. And this is why you at all times should always help yourself, always be in a positive mind space. And we know this is not completely like, you can't always be in a happy place. But when you feel yourself slipping into that rat of negativity and putting yourself down and just fear, try to push yourself outside of it. Whether you take a walk, whether you go to the gym, whether you put on that favorite song, it's the little things that help your mind to snap out of it. And so, who are you at your core self? What makes you you? And it's so hard to answer these questions, because most of the times, like in my case, you find that everything you feel you are and all the dreams you have do not align with the life that you're currently living right now. Which always goes back to most of the times where you are in a job you don't want to be in, but because it pays the bills, you are in it, right? But then that's that rat that gives you that whole, you basically live for the weekend, where during the week you are a slave to your life, and the weekend you find that hour or 2 hours to spend with the people you actually want to be with, doing the things you really want to be, right? And I always say, for me, what the journey I'm on is to create a life that I don't have to vacate from. And so at the core of it all, who are you after all is said and done? And it's actually currently what I'm going through. I'm in my 20s, and the 20s are said to be one of the times in your life where you're actually supposed to be just sitting and getting to know yourself. And that is the hardest thing to do, because you take 2 steps, you feel like you figured it out, then out of nowhere something happens and you're like, okay, back to square one. Like, you don't know whether you're coming or you're going, and you go through things that you can't explain, and you don't know how to react, and you just like, what am I doing? And which is actually currently what I'm going through right now, where it feels so good to make a decision. You stick to it. You get onto this decision, and you're going. It's difficult, and things happen, and then before you know it, it's time for a new beginning. Then you're like, but what about this? Like, I was starting to get comfortable in this, but then that's where the danger is. The minute you get comfortable, then the growth stops, and then we all changes something else. Actually, let me just step out a bit from this and just say something that came up to my mind. I have a cousin brother, Kuma, and I once asked him, Kuma, what do you think the point of life is? And my cousin said to me, you know what, Siphe, I honestly believe our lives, right, is a puzzle. And just like any puzzle, when you take a piece and you try to fit it in and it doesn't fit, you put that piece away, you try to find another one, so and so forth, till you find the piece that just puts it all together and gels it, right? Till then, you need to continue and find another piece. So I guess that's where I'm at right now, where I had a certain corner of my puzzle which I thought was figured out, and then before I knew it, the whole puzzle shifted again, where I had to stop this corner and go over to the next corner. And this made me answer questions about, who am I? Who is my character after it's all said and done? And by that I mean, when you take away everything, when you take away your comfort zones, when you take away your qualification, your materialistic state, your financial standing and everything, what is your true character? I am going through the most right now, and it's so interesting for me, because I know what I'm going through, and I truly believe that nothing lasts forever and everything passes, right? And with that being said, my spirit, my character, I'm a happy person. I am genuinely a bubbly person. So now I'm stuck in the middle of, Siphe, you are supposed to be, laying low, trying to nurse your feelings. Or I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing, because I'm just like, wow, I never thought I'd find my situation. I never thought I'd find myself in the situation that I'm in right now, right? But if anything, what gives me hope and what keeps my faith going is knowing that I am struggling within the journey of reaching my dreams. And I honestly believe there's a price to pay for everything. This is why I'd rather die doing what I love or trying to achieve to get to that place than just hadn't lived a life that was meaningless, where I didn't even want to be doing the things that I wanted to be doing. So it's like I'm going through a very difficult time right now. Emotionally, I'm drained, I'm a wreck, but I still wake up. And this is why they say it is so important to have gratitude. We have so much and we don't even realize it. And some people on the outside look like they have it, but they don't. And this is why my focus and my wish for everyone is for people to do their work inside. So again, I'm going to ask you, who are you? I'll tell you a bit of who I am. And I don't have it all figured out. And a year ago, I did not know all these things, because a year ago I was back in South Africa with my family, studying, doing this, doing that. But I had no idea who I was. I knew the things I had to be doing. I knew the responsibilities I had, but I did not really truly understand and comprehend who I am. And for you to be able to understand who you are, you need to go through experiences, because experiences carve and shape you, and they show you things whether you like them or not. And this is an important part, people. You are never always happy with what you find, but the key is to know it, accept it, and grow. The things that you are not happy about, when you discover in terms of who you are, you take those things and you become aware of those things and you work at them. Because remember, the whole point of this journey and the purpose of it all, it's not to find perfection. It is to be whole. It is to be complete with knowing the yin and the yang. It's to have the balance, right? And so, like I said, for me right now, I'm going through something, and there's a specific way I feel I should be, feeling, or should be down, or whatever the case may be, because things are literally just hanging in the air. Things could go either way. But this is what's amazing for me, because I know the God I praise, and my God, the God that has made me a goddess. Things happen like this, right? And so you just always need to attract that in your head. You always need to attract the positivity. You always need to attract what you need to get to the next step, And then you have my character as Siphe. I'm a bubbly. I have a ball of energy. I don't want to lie, guys. I don't know where it comes from. Where I feel so alive. I feel yellow. I feel warm. I feel... Whenever I look at people, just to say hello, to get... For someone... I think the problem is we're always in our heads, right? And I believe one of the things, my purpose in life, is to get people outside of their heads, to make them smell the roses around them, even though you didn't think it was a rose. But if I put it for you in another perspective, you'll think, oh wow, things are not so bad after all, And so I am glad I'm going through what I'm going through, because I can walk away from it knowing that no matter what happens to me going forth in life, I'll always be this person. I'll always be a bubbly person. I'll always be a warm person. I'll always be talkative. It's just who I am. And even in sadness, he still gives me a smile. I always find something to smile about. Like, I'm that type of person who'll be crying and smiling at the same time, because there's always a dark and a light to everything. So this is just for me to enlighten you, to make you question, like, whatever you may be going through right now, or whatever you're feeling, whatever situation you're in, or no matter how bad the situation may seem, be glad to know, appreciate what it is showing you, or it's teaching you about yourself and about your character. Because remember who you are and your character, and no one can ever take that away from you. Like life is designed in a way, what goes around comes around, everything that goes down must come down, levels, positions. You're not always going to be at the level that you're in, right? This is why it's important to always be humble, because you today find yourself in this position, the following day you could be the person sitting in the corner of the street, literally. But what I'm getting at is that through everything I have experienced, I still am experiencing, and the journey I'm on is I'm learning about who I am and what my character is, and what I appreciate in life and what matters to me. And like I said, it's difficult, it's very hard, but I'm hopeful because all of this is happening within a journey that I have agreed to be on, of where I am actually discovering what my purpose in life is. And I really have discovered that my purpose in life includes people, a lot of people. I meet a lot of people every day, and we have deep conversations where people walk away feeling like their souls have been fed. And same with me, where I walk away knowing and understanding why things are happening the way that they're happening. So get to know yourself, because remember, before you can be a husband, mother, father, friend, anything, you need to understand yourself. You need to fall in love with yourself. As cheesy and as cliche as it may sound, it is so true. It is very, very true, because after all is said and done, when everything is taken away, all you have is yourself. When you put out that light, when you go to bed, all you have is yourself. And yes, ask yourself, who are you? What makes you you? What makes me me? It's my smile. No one can smile like this. It's my eyes. It's my personality. It's my faith. It's my belief system. It is, I'm learning I'm a courageous person. I did not know that. But situations, no matter how uncomfortable they are, teach you what you are and what you're not. And so this is me wrapping up the episode, saying that do that thing that makes you you. To be you, you need to know who you are. So ask yourself the important questions. The situations you're going through, it's not by mistake. They're trying to teach you, trying to show you something about yourself. So it's up to you to decide what you do with them. Because like I said, you don't always like what you find, but the value in it is that you know it and you're aware of it. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully that did something to you, and it started a conversation within yourself that will help you be a better person. Because all I wish for people is for love and light and healing. Because what I do, these videos, they heal me, and I hope that energy comes through on the screen. As I wrap up, so I always am asking people who watch my videos to give me, little things here and there where they feel like I could make the experience more enjoyable for you as the audience. And last week I had spoken to my big sister, Siphe, and I asked her, okay, so what do you think I should change, or do you think everything's okay with the videos? And she's like, you know what, when you end your videos, I think you should play a song or something like that. And I was like, okay. So I actually, ladies and gentlemen, started doing these videos last year, around about 1st of August to be exact. And I remember I did a promo when I had started my videos, when I was announcing it. I'm actually going to post up the promo on my channel just for you to entertain yourself and watch it. And there was a song playing in the background of that promo. And guys, this is a soundtrack to my life, literally, I think, because it just explains the person I am, and it's in Vernac, it's in isiXhosa. The song is called Hamba. The artist is Xander featuring Bongo Beats, if you want to check it out on YouTube. I hope you enjoyed as I wrap up the show. This is absolutely my favorite part, but go check out the song, and this is me wrapping up the episode. Thank you so much for listening, and as you go through your week, Remember, nothing is by mistake. Everything is happening for a reason. It's just that piece of the puzzle at the corner that you just need to leave for a bit, go to the other side. Before you know it, it'll all be a big, beautiful picture. And as usual, I wish you love, light, peace, and most importantly, healing. Thank you for tuning in. Catch you on my next episode. Remember,